Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbyte. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be jumping back into some Lovebites, a band that I'm very keen on at the moment. So I'm just going to sort of just jump right back into it again. We're going to be checking out a song called "We Are the Resurrection." It is a live video from the Memorial for the Warrior Souls show, or DVD release, I should say, from Tokyo 2023. So fairly recent. I know the band's been around for a little while, so I've got to check out some older stuff at some point. But at the moment, it's been taking some suggestions from everyone. So thank you very much for that. A shout out to Hugh Fernando for this one, for suggesting "We Are the Resurrection." Like I said, I'm very keen to check this out because the stuff that I've checked out so far from Lovebites has been absolutely amazing. It's definitely a band that I've been very, very, very interested in checking more stuff out because they have just been absolutely spectacular so far. Everything that I've checked out has been so good, so on point. I've been loving everything that I've been seeing, and just the music, the live performance, the theatrics, all that kind of stuff. Everything about them is just really good. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I've never really thought I'd be going down this rabbit hole, to be honest, with the sort of Japanese metal sort of stuff, which is not, like I said, not something that I've really sort of, gone down very much into as far as like that kind of world. So it's very interesting so far, with band-maid and Lovebites so far. And I know there's been other suggestions on more bands to check out from Japan as well, so I'll be definitely checking them out as well. So please keep suggesting as well, and I'll definitely add them to the list. But for the meantime, let's get into Lovebites. We Are the Resurrection, live from 2023 in Tokyo. Let's go. The show sort of looks a little like Sabaton with this sort of stage setup and stuff. Just the sort of aesthetic look of it a bit. I love the intros. The build up is so good. Yeah, this just amazing straight from the bat. Just so on point. Aggressive, thrashy. I think the reason why people would probably sort of go to the power metal side of things is because of the vocals, I think. Because generally speaking, that kind of really clean, sort of high power kind of vocals tends to sort of fall on the power metal side. The thrashier side tends to be a bit more grittier with the vocals, especially with the modern sort of thrash, where it's a bit more growly, I guess. So that's why people would say that's a sort of more of a power metal sound. But power metal is not necessarily just with the vocals. I mean, there's got to be some other aspects to it as well, with the way the band plays and the guitar stuff and all that stuff. But yeah, I wouldn't say that they're a power metal band at all. I mean, there's definitely some traits of that in there for sure. But you know, it's a fine line between power metal and thrash metal, in all honesty, because there's a lot of similarities. But I definitely get more of a thrash sort of feel from them. The last couple of ones that I've done, I've definitely been saying Testament. Like I've been hearing a lot of Testament, and I'm not getting Testament from this particular track, which has been interesting. So I'm starting to kind of see some different sort of shades of the band now a little bit. They're a little more subtle than some other bands that I've checked out here. I will admit. But then see, thrash metal doesn't have a lot of huge amount of dynamics sometimes. I mean, not all the time, but sometimes it can be kind of one dimensional in some ways, you know. Good and bad, I mean, depending on how you look at it, I suppose, you know. I mean, it's probably a genre I would say that either you love or you hate, you know. It's one of those kind of things. I absolutely love it though, and the band is sounding great. The guitar tone, absolutely love the guitar tone here. Like it's something very I don't know how you describe it, but it's just I just love that guitar tone there, and all the sort of the different sort of guitar effects that she's doing there. Like it's just it sort of reminds me a little of not that he was doing necessarily that's exact same thing, but it just sort of reminds me a little bit of Dimebag a little bit, and some of the kind of 80s stuff that a lot of those guitar players used to sort of do as well. You know, it kind of reminds me of that a little bit, which is really cool though. Someone's really got to work cut out for it. I mean, the whole band really does, you know. But... yeah, that kind of stuff. I mean, that's sort of what it reminds me of Dimebag. Definitely feels like something the Megadeth might do, maybe. Definitely got a bit of an old school sort of feel to it. Yeah, that was cool. Sorry, I spoke a little bit during the solo there, but I had to mention it. It was reminding me of Megadeth a little bit before I forgot. Definitely the way that those guitar solos have been played. It's got that sort of Dave Mustaine kind of like feel to it, you know. That again, like mentioning that sort of stuff, you know, it just reminds me. This is very kind of. It's got that old school aesthetic to it, you know, which I know people have mentioned that Lovebites. If you love your old school thrash, I mean, Lovebites sort of. Gives you a lot of that kind of stuff, for sure, you know, which is kind of surprising. I felt like maybe they would have like a sort of more modern sound. You would sort of would get that a little bit sometimes, you know. But there's definitely like an old school sort of feel about this band, which that's been the sort of surprising thing because again, you know, the way that they look and stuff is very deceiving, you know, so you wouldn't expect an old school thrash sort of like sound coming from them, you know what I mean? Like it's very, very, very different to what you would expect. But I'm definitely digging it for sure. This one's definitely got some interesting parts to it, and the drummer is just going nuts. Like there's so many working parts on what she's doing there on the drums as well. It's amazing what she's doing. Right, that riff. It's like got an aggressive, like, sort of tone to it. Yeah, that was cool. That was fun. I love that. Yeah, that's just it's amazing what they do. Um, Definitely got a different sort of feel from that song compared to the ones that I've done so far. I'm definitely looking to see more different stuff like that for sure. Because not every song needs to sound the same, obviously. That could obviously get quite boring after a while. But like, yeah, it's great. Like, just they're so talented. But also the music is just so good as well. If you're into that kind of stuff, because this obviously is going to be very catered towards a certain type of fan. It's pretty obvious. Like, if you love your kind of like speedy, sort of thrashy power metal kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's really cool. We Are the Resurrection, the live video from their 2023 show. I've got to go see them live if I can sort of make it out to way to Japan. Do they? Let me know as well. Do they do a lot of touring around the world? Because like I said, I haven't really seen their name pop up at all. So I've certainly never seen them come sort of my way, and I don't know if they've toured like the US and Europe. I'm sure they have, but I don't know if they do much of that touring at all, or do they kind of just stick to like the sort of Asia market, or I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're not from Japan and you've seen them live in your own country or whatever. So thank you very much for tuning in as always. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. We recently hit a bit of a benchmark with the 1,000 subscribers, so it's been really cool. Thank you very much for all that. Thank you to everyone for all the support and all the suggestions for getting me into all these great bands that I'm now discovering. It's been an awesome sort of journey so far, and I'll see you in the next video.